YouTube family, greetings, peace, love. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're happy, healthy, in good spirits. So today, allow me to be myself. I'm going to relax a little bit and tell you about my journey on how I was tortured spiritually by the narcissist. If you've been here before, if you know anything about me, you know that I am spiritualist. You know that I have, I like to call the gift of sight, the gift of vision. I'm able to see the spirit world that always coincides with the physical world. So either you can relate or you can't, but I'm going to tell you my story and what led me to really seeing the depth of how much of a spiritual warfare, how much this was a battle for my soul and how much it transformed me after. Before I go into it, my name is Latasha. The name of the platform is Clara's Revival. I am your one and only self-revival and master spirit coach. For coaching, you can book on my website, clarasrevival.com. For any questions or concerns, please email me, mycoach@clarasrevival.com. If you would like to give me a gift or a donation, you can do so by CashApp, hashtag LoveClara360. So, first and foremost, I like to say that I saw the signs from the beginning. I saw the signs from the beginning, and for whatever reason, for, me just wanting to, feel good. I just got out of a toxic, abusive relationship, probably like 2 years prior. And, I wanted a relationship. I still needed that validation. I still had a lot of unhealthy thinking habits and patterns and codependency within me. So this is what led me to go against my better judgment. And God just had to allow me to go through that. And God walked with me the whole time, even in times where I lost vision, because there were times when me and God wasn't in alignment. And those were the times that I wanted the relationship so bad. I wanted it to work so bad. I was chasing so bad that I couldn't see, that I refused to see all the signs that God was giving me. So I had to pay for that. I had to pay for that. And, honey, okay. So throughout my 10-year relationship with what I believe was a covert narcissist, there's so many different terminologies and ways that you can break it down. He may fit in different boxes, but I'm just going to say covert narcissist. One of the most evil kind, because they hide behind acting like they have empathy, acting like they have compassion, acting like they love you, acting like they're a good guy. And they're a whole nother type of demon. So throughout my 10-year relationship, I would say around the 5th year was when I started to grow tired. I started to really doubt our future and what he was saying. I started to look at him differently. I still loved him, but my eyes were starting to become open. And still, there's another 5 years at the end of this before I actually left. So, wrap your head around that. It's difficult leaving a situation like that. So don't beat yourself up if you're stuck in the midst. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes courage. It takes you being sick and tired. But around the 5th, 6th year, I'm starting to notice, just going back in my mind, thinking about inconsistencies, thinking about things that he said, thinking about how his words and actions ain't starting to match. And, during this back and forth time of being ghosted, and we're off and on, it's hot and cold. Throughout that time, where I would be ghosted. Those were the times where I really dug deep and, started working on myself and working on my self-esteem. As my eyes opened and as I came aware. And as I started to become aware, I started to have these vivid dreams in which I would have the same repeating dream. So anytime I have a dream that's like the same dream, it's a message. And for this particular dream with this narcissist, I had dreams of hellhounds. And I'm going to go through editing and put up a picture of hellhound in definition if you're not familiar with what a hellhound is. I'm having dreams of hellhounds. A variation of the hellhound. I would have dreams of the hellhound biting my hand. Now, if you know, you know. I'm going to go back into that later. I would have dreams of me shooting the hellhound. Me going back to the scene and the hellhound be gone. Coming back in another dream, the hellhound is back. This was letting me know. This was letting me know there was a demonic spirit working. That there's a snake around me. And at the time, I had several toxic people around me. So I didn't want to quite believe that it was the narcissist yet. And it was the energy of a few people. But this hellhound, that hellhound was the narcissist. And it started to disturb my spirit. And I started to, fixate on the meaning of the dream and who could it be and, what's going on and, what is my reality? Because at this point, I'm on a hamster wheel. I don't know up from down. I'm an emotional wreck. But anytime the narcissist would come around, when he was in my home, if he was close by, he would always drop off a spirit. A legion of demons was following this man. And I'm going to tell you a situation where the narcissist, running back and forth, in and out, popping in. We chit chat, have a little good time, eat dinner together, he bounced. When this man left, I could still feel this heavy presence. And it was like that heavy presence sat on the couch in that same spot to where he sat. And it was as if the presence said, I'm here now. Don't you know I got the spraying and waving and I would see these dark shadows around the narcissist. I would see these dark entities around him. And God was forcing me to see physically what I tried to ignore. Spiritually, he was putting the proof in my face that he's dropping off his demons in here. There were times where my home became messy. I was depressed. There was just this dark spirit, this dark cloud. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to open up the blinds. I laid in bed for hours, slept days away, depressed. I wasn't myself. Them demons, they were fighting. They were trying to destroy me. Throughout my time with the narcissist, I had a lot of health concerns. I am a firm believer that our body holds on to stress, anger, tension. It shows through what I like to say, dis-ease. It may be high blood pressure. It could be arthritis. It could be inflammation. It could be autoimmune disease. Throughout this 10-year relationship with this narcissist, I had 2 surgeries, removing tumors from 2 separate locations in my body. And I truly believe that it was due to the mental stress, the sadness, the pain, the dread, the heaviness of carrying all the weight of the relationship and the responsibility on top of leading my life, my regular life. I wholeheartedly believe that a lot of that manifested in my body as dis-ease. Ever since I left the narcissist, things have been looking on the up and up. My skin is clearer. My digestive tract is better. I sleep at night. So don't take for granted that special connection that the mind, the spirit, and the body has, and how dis-ease, tension, can represent itself in the body, therefore affecting your ability to, judge everything around you. So that's another thing to be mindful of. Be in tune with your body, be in tune with your emotions and what you're feeling, and know that you're not crazy. Know that if you go to the doctor and they can't give you a clear diagnosis, it still doesn't mean that you're not feeling what you're feeling. Studies and research have shown that survivors of domestic violence and narcissistic abuse have increased rates of fibroids, have increased rates of depression and anxiety, miscarriages. So it's a real thing, y'all. It gets real deep and serious. Now, so as I'm having dreams about the narcissist, as I'm seeing these spirits come up off him, as I'm noticing I'm having to cleanse my home more and more. I'm talking about deep cleansing, okay? Because demonic spirits, they love when you're depressed. They love when your home is messiness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So you have to open up those closet doors, get in those crevices, all the pantry doors. Deep cleanse spiritually. As I'm noticing I'm having to do that more and more, and I keep having dreams of the hellhound. I'm talking about sometimes it might be when it's really intense. I would have that dream maybe a couple of times in a week. Then it'll come back maybe 3 months later, and then another 3 months later after that. So as that's happening, this is the point to where I really am convinced that this narcissist is an entire warlock and doing spell work on me. May sound drastic to some, but it's a real thing. And this is when I would start to have the frequent dreams of the hellhound biting my hand. Cats, huge cats, tiger-looking cats biting my hand, biting the shit out my hand to the point to where I'm in my sleep like, oh, I wake up and my hand is hurting. That's spiritual attack. I'm like, damn. Somebody really trying to put the whammy on me. But I'm protected, honey. I'm protected, honey, and I know that. Nonetheless, it was still disturbing. And just letting me know almost in a way things are coming to a head. It was almost like I had this feeling of urgency that you got to leave the narcissist. Stuff was coming to a head in his life. It was starting to really bleed into my life. And God was letting me know, like, look, if you don't start making plans to get up out this situation that you know ain't right, you gonna fall right along with him. And even after I started to feel those nudges in those moments, it still took me time after that. But God kept warning, kept nudging me kept putting it before me spiritually, so I couldn't ignore it. Hey, now this might be the Lord. This might be the icing on the cake. I'm telling you. This entire warlock, it got to the point to where this is more confirmation of when I really felt like the spell work was trying to get deep. And it may not necessarily, sometimes it's ritualistic. You got men mixing up things. You got men taking your personal items. You got men doing blocking spells, doing love spells, doing ugly spells, doing all types of shit to ruin you. But you also have those who are doing witchcraft through the manipulation, through the gaslight, through the getting in your mind, through the mind control. That is also witchcraft. And so it got to a point to where, honey, one of his ancestors visited me. And now that when I think about it, I think about times where that she, because I know it was a she had came a couple of times, but it was this one particular time, and I was like, oh. And I knew that this spirit came from him. And it was almost to say, yeah, you're wrapped in. We got you. And the energy felt like it was I could see a big woman. Whether she was physically big, I don't know. But I felt big in attitude. Big in taking over. Big in control. And she made her presence known, and she would knock stuff off my prayer table. Now, once she did that, you know what I did. I got the spraying, I got the waving, I got the praying, I got the opening up doors and windows. You got to go. You don't run nothing up in here. I'm telling you, my house, my home became a portal for spirits. And as a person who is very empathic. I don't know how I feel about the term empath quite yet, but I'm very empathetic. I feel emotion. I feel the energy in the room. I feel energy and spirits around the people. My home became a portal for all of his negative spirits, his legion of demons, and everyone involved. Everyone around him, all his supply. All that energy was being dumped off in my home to feed off my energy, to try to diminish me. Can I just be real with y'all? This is how I know. This is how I know and I feel like God allowed that I had to go through this. That my battle with the narcissist was the last attempt. All right, now. I'm going to have to go back and see what that was in audio. I don't know if that was lint or if that was an orb. Hallelujah. That's how I know that my battle with the narcissist was Satan, was the devil's last attempt to try to destroy me, because he knew. The enemy knew. The enemy had his hands on me since I was a child. I almost died when I was about 12 or 13 years old from an asthma attack and pneumonia. I almost died as an abusive ex saw me and shot at my windshield. I almost died when I wanted to end my life by taking a bunch of pills, but I drove to the mental hospital instead. I done been through so much, and that ain't even a half. The enemy has been trying to defeat me before I was born. Through my lineage, through my mother's experience, through my grandmother's experience, through my great-grandmother Clara's experience. The narcissist was Satan's last attempt to end me. And of all the things I've been through in my life, I've been through some painful things. It's something different. It's something that hits different with narcissistic abuse. It diminishes, it tears apart your soul. It tears apart and warps your reality. It makes you question your sanity. It makes you depressed. But yet, even though I didn't always act like it, even though I really didn't always know the degree, honey, I'm a whole demon slayer. I've been slaying demons since I've been here. And the narcissist was no different. Thank you. Due to the glory of God and Most High, holding my hand, keeping me sane, giving me the resources and putting the right videos and certain things at the right time for me to see, for me to be able to heal myself. After narcissistic abuse, it is so important for you to run. Run to God. Reestablish, reconnect that relationship. Because Satan had his hand all on your mind, warping and changing your heart. And you need the renewal. You need the love. You need the compassion. You need the miracles of the Most High. Don't think I'm crazy, y'all. I just wanted to be me. And I know that many of you have experienced some spiritual shit when it comes to the narcissist. So comment your experiences. What have you gone through with the narcissist? What have you seen? What were some of the spiritual manifestations that God showed you that you were messing with a demon? Because it can be different for many people, depending on, your spiritual beliefs, your religion, your practice, what you connect with. It really just depends. But I refuse to believe that there is not another soul out here who can't tell me their experience, their demonic experiences with the narcissist, that they knew they were dealing with a demon. I'm going to end there, y'all, or else I'll go on and get triggered. I love you, family. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for your support. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you want to talk about. Interact with me. Help me get my message out. I love you and appreciate you dearly. Talk to you soon.